All right, man, come on. Let's get you guys in and should be just on YouTube here. Just let me know you can hear me. Hello. Can hear you just fine. Hear you loud and clear. Hello. Okay. Can hear you just fine. Appreciate you guys, man. That was weird. Let's let them know what's up. Oh, man. Just give me a little bit, man. If you want to share it somewhere, that'd be much appreciated. If you got somewhere somebody you think might like it, share it with them, man. Hey, guys, this is Gerald Peters. Welcome to the Money Flow. Welcome to the Peters Report. With me, your host. Let's see. GP, man. So it's good to hear from you guys. Let's see. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, yes, yes. My man says there was an echo, though. Let's see. Looking at NVIDIA here on a 1-minute chart. Just got a possible anchor point here. I've been day trading it. I don't know, made about $80 yesterday. All right, now. There we go. Well, I'm trying a couple things here. All right, let's take that down. Sorry about the confusion here. Just testing some new shit. What in the fuck, dude? Hold on just a second. God damn. Hold on, guys. All right, maybe this will work better. Boom. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease, man. Looking at the video here in the 155 range. This thing has really come up. We've had a nice few runs here day trading that. But hey, I wanted to get into the dashboard over here at Stock Charts. Yes. So today, this is one of my first YouTube videos.
You may or may not know me. Chances are you do. Short and sweet. I'll do anything. You got to create the eighth day. That means compressing time. You do more than other people. You work 8 days when other people are working 5. This is how I became a millionaire on a low income. So I'm going to get into a strategy I call the push, but it's very important that we understand there's only a couple ways in America to make money. One, a job. That seems obvious, right? Job, and the way that you become wealthy with a job is one way. 2, business. You start a biz, right? So that's another way that people become rich or become a millionaire. You could do it from a job. You could do it by owning a business. And 3, real estate. So these are really the only way to become wealthy. These are your sources of income. In my book, I talk about it's a well. You need to create multiple wells, and we draw, just like you draw water from a well, I teach a 3-bucket strategy on managing your money to go from the money from your job, which is a well, and we're going to talk about this on creating multiple streams of income. That was a huge part of how I built my money and built my wealth. So a job, a business, and then real estate. So if you say, well, no, Gerald, you can invest in stocks and become rich. Well, that's a business. You say, well, Gerald, you could work at Facebook or some tech company or something like, well, that's a job. And it could be also part of a business. And you could say, well, I could start flipping houses and do, okay, well, that's also a business and that's also real estate. So literally everything is in one of these 3, job, own a business, or real estate. So everything's going to be in there, right? So you remember Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Everybody loves that book. Everybody loves Robert Kiyosaki, even though he's been completely wrong on the stock market for 12 years, but we'll put that aside. He's got the E and the I and the B and the S. Now, I may have these out of order, but what does it stand for? Employee, investor, business owner, self-employed, right? And then if you're an employee, you're going to push, remember I said it's called the push, your money into investments, right? If you're self-employed, you're going to have to push your money into investments. If you own a business, it's kind of unique. Jeff Bezos became the richest man in the world by owning a business. Yes, he owns stock in Amazon, but it's the fact that he owns the business. And so a business owner is unique. They could sell the business and get money. You may not even need to own stocks. Often that'll include real estate, but most of the time you're going to push your money into there. A lot of business owners think they own a business, but they're actually just self-employed. They own their job. Now here's what I do. I'm self-employed, and I'm an investor, and I own a business, but I started out as an employee. So that's all messy, right? But it's good to understand these basic concepts, that there's not some unusual way. You're not going to invent something fucking new. You're going to do the same path that everyone else did. The path to wealth has been the same for 5,000 years. You just have to apply it. You have to learn it and then apply it to your life. So here's what I did. My wife worked a job. So we built this little foundation with her working her job. Well, we should make it a little lower, right? So first thing is my wife worked a job. That's not a good way to do it. So 1 full-time income. Do income. We lived on this. We lived on 1 income stream. I went and got a part-time job that was a good one. So I got a part-time job, 20 hours a week as a prison guard. Prison. I gave my wife this check to go with her check. The first thing that we did is we got our lifestyle to below this, way.
All right, man. Sorry, I'm having a little issues here. All right, here we go. We got a nice little stage 2 breaking. Let's get into some charts, man. Go over to the dashboard. If you were to come over to your left and click public charts and then come down to number 3, you're going to see the money flow trade ideas. Okay. I'll probably put this in. I don't know if any, let me see. Let me see if I can't throw this in. Should someone might have it. If you got it for me, man, maybe throw it in there. Throw it in the chat box there. All right. Now, that's what it looks like for me over here. Let's run through. We've had Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has done what it's supposed to do. Let's see. Appreciate that, Jess. All right, so we've got a nice stage 2 uptrend going in Bitcoin Cash. We hit $505 a coin. I'd said that if it got up in that 500 range, I'd probably be taking some off. I have not actually done that yet. So, for whatever that's worth, we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm going through this. Checking my own notes here. Sorry about that. All right, so let's view all. Let's head down. Let's go through Bitcoin. Bitcoin went into a stage 2 breakout. So we're seeing TSI bullish crossovers pretty much across everything. We won't have anything on $ Brent till the end of the day. This is a continuous contract. I'm currently still long oil. That's probably trades busting out. Or let me see. We got to see where the USO is. So during the day, we can use the USO. We'll get to that. I'm going to go through, what is this? Same thing, Brent? Let's take this one down. It's one thing I was kind of do sometimes when you come through here, if you see that I have multiple, charts, then all that means is, all that really means is I'm probably pointing out something different in each one. So up here on Bitcoin, we see where it says stage 2 breakout. Let's see. Hold on. I hate this new the way this window does. Stage 2 breakout underway. 624. That was yesterday or 2 days ago. 25. And I was pointing out that we're in about $11,000 trading range, and we're starting to see the moving averages kind of go sideways. But now we're getting some crossover action. You're starting to see a little bit of a turn up there in these moving averages right over in here. But we really need to break above this 10, this 110, okay? Or it's probably not going to, like the video, it's probably not going to do much if, obviously, if we can't get above that. I just started my fresh juice business in Maryland. Someone says, what's up, Jess? What's up, Jess? Appreciate you dropping the link in there for me. We'll star that. Let's keep going. Here's another one waiting on the stage 2 breakout. I don't think I need that one in there. Here I was just kind of showing you this, people call them pennants. They call them all kinds of things. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. All right. Compact, the NASDAQ composite. We're in a stage 2 uptrend. RSI is hitting 68. We're just pushing on up, and we're right up in here in these highs. I'm going to say it looks like we are actually at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. This is your moment, man. Seize the moment. Build your empire. Make your name. No one's coming to save you. Not your boss, not the government, not your family. You have to do that yourself. The old money system is done, man. We're in the new paradigm here. Wealth is about freedom, not possessions. So we see price drifting up. RSI 68. We can give a little bit more room. I'm going to probably start taking some down as we get into the 70 range of the RSI over at M1 Finance, where I run triple leverage. Look at the Dow making its way. Making its way. Oh, you know what that reminds me of?
My wife's making $35,000 a year. I'm making $12,000 to $15,000 a year part-time. So we got to live on less than $40,000, right? House, car, all that. And so for the first 2 years, all I did was debt. I got rid of debt. I eliminated it. You don't have to do this. I'm showing you my strategy. So my wife worked full-time. I began to take all the money so I worked 20 hours a week. That gave me 5 days a week free. So on the 5 days, because I only worked 2 days, 2 10-hour shifts, the other 5 days I devoted to building a business, self-employment, right? And so I started a lawn care business. I started doing online affiliate marketing. I painted houses. I'll come to your house and babysit for you. What is it you need me to do to get money?
Damn. Said I'm going to come to your house and babysit for you. All right, so we got Dow Jones, 43,270, full-blown stage 2 breakout, and off it goes. In that video, I'm talking about there's really only 3 ways to become rich or to build wealth in America. And one is to own a business. The other is to invest in other people's businesses. And number 3 was real estate. I used to teach that a lot, man. I like that. I used to teach around the concept of the E, the S, the B, and the I, Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. I think that's some good stuff there, man. Price breaks through like that, all you're going to see is price then run and try to make it to the next line of resistance or the previous high, which would be up there around that 45,000 range. So it's probably where we'll see it. I may have dropped off sound there for a second. Trying some new shit here. I've been working on the Money Flow Bible. Very interesting. Got 14 chapters outlined. It's a handbook. It also has our 7 sacred books. Should be pretty cool. I'm working on it. In today's world, though, true wealth is no longer measured solely by the accumulation of possessions or material goods. Instead, it's often defined by freedom, the ability to live life on one's own terms without being tied to the endless cycle of trading time for money. The traditional system, which emphasis is on hard work. Let's see. Let's get past the industrials. $INDU is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let's get back down here. You will notice there's a couple here. Let me take this one up here down. Oh, no, that's the NASDAQ. Dow. All right, here's silver. We got a nice possible stage 3 forming here. We trimmed silver last week. Silver is pushed up into a previous high. Now, here's one of the things about silver. Silver, we traded with the 3X called AGQ. And if we're looking at this, this is the continuous contract for silver. Let's pass the Apple here. Past Adobe, AG&C. Hold on. Here's AGQ. It's trading at $48. We were picking some up back here in the $36, $37, $38 range. And since then, we've had a $10 move, maybe some more up pretty nice in this silver trade. Back it up a little bit. AG&C. AG&C has been in the Peters report since I've launched it, okay? It's been in the Peters report since I launched it. It has its own page, has always been in there. It's low on margin if you're involved in the second income stream. Oh, by the way, if you hit that QR code or see those links that Jess posted, if you hit that QR code, man, let me see here. If you hit that QR code, you can get on our stock pick of the week, and just dropped a new one today. So you probably see it being sent out. And that's where you can take 52 swing trades this year with me. If there's not one, there's not one. We won't push it. If there's not a swing trade, we'll just educate and teach. You get an email. There's some short video. There's charts that are all marked up. The number one trade of the week plus 2 follow-ups. We've been really lucky with those. AG&C is currently looking like a stage 3. Didn't quite hit it on the RSI, but it is starting to roll over. I wouldn't jump out and buy a bunch here, man. I'd kind of just let this come in. Let's see. Let's keep this going. Don't shout me down. AI is trading at $24.34. Currently a stage 1. We're getting a little bit of curve here on the TSI, and the MACD has finally come our way. Okay. So you look over here. See the histogram? It's going our way, as is the stochastics. We don't need that. We're getting the curl in the TSI. I always want to see that, man. That's so important. And we got this nice little bottom or a possible anchor point here. And we got some targets. We can run it up into the 29 range, maybe up into the 36 range. So there's 2 targets right there, $29 and $36 if you were trading AI. Now there's AIYY, which is not really part of this because the margin maintenance on that thing is 100%. You don't want 100%ers in the second income stream if you can avoid it. Sona says Mara looks like a stage 1. Just posted the MFG Sunday homework article. That's always a good one. It's probably one of our more popular articles. All right. Air. This motherfucker here, Air, $68. Look where it's right back to the top, man. This thing has traded money flow waves almost. It's been a long time since it's not gotten the trade right. It's very bizarre. Keep an eye on Air. Air we first learned about during the COVID days, we all got the COVID. Back there in those days, this company, if Delta Airlines has to rest planes, they have to go through what's called a check or a heavy check. I don't remember the exact name, but they have to decommission the plane. That has to be done by professionals. That's what Air does. And then to come back online, they got to go through Air again. He told me Air would make a lot of money as the airlines began shutting down and parking planes. And he was right. AMD, you might look at trimming some here. And I'm going to be honest, besides just trimming some, let's see. Yep, we've got a completed move too. Completed structure move right here. This is a perfect, there's an anchor point. There's your stage one. There's your breakout. Trim, pulls back into the trade. You're in, back in, and run it up. You know, that girl is a real crowd pleaser. Man, that looks good, huh? I like it. I like that. Yep. So, man, I don't know. I would trim it down. I might even get in here and trim down some of this, I don't know, second income stream. It's not something we really do. I wouldn't be against it. If I was going to trim, if I needed to raise money, this would be the way to do it. Getting a stage 2 breakout right now on my day trade. Let's share this tab. And this is a day, I'm day trading. Made 80 something dollars yesterday day trading. Been day trading quite a bit actually. Working on some stuff with dojis. Secret, nobody knows. It's a secret. Let's see. Man, so there's our anchor point. There's our stage 1. There's our stage 2. Here's our target 1. Here's our target 2. Everything is crossed over, including the money flow indicator. So let's see how this plays out. Oh, motherfucker. All right, we'll just let it play out here. I don't need to mark it up. We'll see how it plays out. 35 people. Come on, man. I know I had a little slow start there in the beginning. To build real wealth, the first step is to increase your earned income, but not in the conventional sense of working more hours. Instead, individuals must begin to develop higher income skills that are in demand, such as digital marketing, coding, copywriting, consulting, sales. Sometimes you hear this referred to as the 4 evergreens: speaking, reading, writing, and marketing. These are 4 evergreen skills. These are the kind of skills that are going to pay you the most because they're going to allow you to leverage yourself into the world. You're going to be able to leverage yourself into a book. You're going to be able to leverage yourself into a course or leverage yourself into something else. Breaking free from the system requires a fundamental shift in your mindset, your strategy, and your execution. If you have time, find my 9 thoughts on getting rich and write them down. Get yourself a notebook and rewrite it each time in the front. You might go ahead and write the 10 pillars of success, the 3 keys, or 10 pillars of success. Yeah, 3 keys to a successful life. And while you're at it, maybe the 4 agreements. Those have really been helping me. Mastering a high income skill not only allows for greater earning potential, but also opens the door to building multiple streams of income. That's what we're doing here. I day trade. This is one form of income. Just got back in, by the way. Shit, I'd gotten stopped out. Now I'm back in. We're looking. Let's try it one more time. I'm looking to sell some right in here, and we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how it does. Whoop, whoop. Come on, baby.
Whatever is legal to make money. That was my strategy. And I began to take the money that I made, 100% of it, all of it that I didn't need to run the business, I pushed it into savings. And I got to about $15,000. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I needed the money. So I continued to save this money. Along the way, as the universe works, because what you think...
This video is over 5 years old, has 20,000 views.
About comes about, what you focus on grows. As you go through life, you're gonna run into people. The universe will open up for you. Okay, I don't want to go down that trail, and we'll talk about that. If you follow me on Instagram or listen to my podcast, I get a little deeper into all of that. Let's try to stay on track. So my first goal was to eliminate debt. Debt was gone. When I say no debt, I paid off my house, my wife's student loans, and cars. I had zero fucking debt. I had food, electricity, and the bills that everyone else has. What did that give me? Margin. Margin. See, the trick to money is having money. So you need money that's not going out. Every bill you pay is someone else's passive income. My decision was I wanted to create a business that the business itself was investing. The business itself was making money with money. Now, the only way to do that is to have money. So I had to get rid of everything that was in the way of that. So when you say, oh, I'll do anything, then you need to get off your ass and start working 8 days a week, eliminate debt, and get this money. So I had $15,000. And I go on vacation with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, and she had a very successful friend she had gone to school with. They had a business. They were the first people that I had met that were like me now then. They had a couple $1 million. I had never met a millionaire. I grew up poor in a trailer park. So I meet them, and as we're talking, I tell him about my business and what I'm doing. He thought that was awesome, and I was like, why would you think this is awesome? He had 100 employees, and they were driving him crazy. I'm making money from home. He thought that was cool. And I showed him what I'm doing on the internet and affiliate marketing. That was new then. It's not new now. So be careful of gurus who try to tell you how to make money that are 60 years old. They're different today. The way you're going to make money, nobody can tell you that. You got to figure that path out. It's what you do with the money that I can help you with. So here's what I did. I talked to him, and he said, well, here's what you should do. You should buy a rental property. Again, this is over 20 years ago.
All right, we're at 155.98. Oh, I didn't have this on. Damn. 156 now. Target is going to be about 156.50. And we'll make a little money on that. Let's get back to the chart pack, trying to run through the whole thing. If you go over to stockcharts.com and you look to the left, you will see public chart list. If you click it, Jess had posted it in the chat there, because we're live on YouTube. If you'll click that over here, all I ask then is that you vote for it. Okay. Shit, I wasn't even showing it. So when you're over here on your dashboard, you look to your left, it says public chart list, click it. Come down number 3, money flow, click it. You can get on it. Okay. Jess says she'd rather cut lawns than day trade. Some days I would agree with that. Let's see. All right. So AMD had a beautiful run. I might look at trimming it back, man. I ain't gonna lie. I might take that bitch down a little bit. Amgen, we already had a run. We had this as a day trade, and on this day trade, or not day trade, we had it as a swing trade, but as a B&B trade. So when we say B&B, we mean catch this stage 1, right? Down here at the bottom, catch the stage 1, ride it up to the 200-day moving average. This, my friends, chaos to motherfucking cash. This right here is probably one of the best strategies that I've come up with. And I've developed 6 that we currently use. 6 strategies. But what do I know? Not much. But I do know strategies. I do know trading. I do know the market. So I do know that. We have an anchor point now on Amgen, and we have a stage 1 trigger where we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars and prices above the 5. This is an exact anchor point. So you'd come over here, and this is how I keep them updated. If you update your charts, all you got to do then is just slide everything over. Okay. That was going to be a stage 4. Well, it looks like that's over now. Okay. Wasn't very long. Take the 1. We got a stage 1 going here now. Right? So we got a 1. 2 will be up here. This target will become a target. There'll probably be another one down here around the 305. From 275 to 290. Sorry, that's not another BNB trade, okay? That's just not enough room. It is not enough room, man. So we want to get a good 10, 15, 20% run if we can. Man. Stripe verification code, baby. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, so Amgen is trying to come back. I don't know. We can do what we do with that, We already played Amgen. I think Amazon makes a run for it here. This is the AMZU. There is 30, 40 of these. 2x. It's 2 fucking X of Amazon, of Coin, of Robinhood. All of these stocks have 2x cousins. Coinal, CONL, even though I know we're going to come up to it. If you look at Coin, you could take some coin off the table today. RSI 80. And we have blown past the previous high. 80. Okay, that's pretty big. So if we put in Coinal, which is the 2 times, baby, we caught 2 times the run, well over 100%. We were buying it down here in the $12.50. Now it's $51. That's a 5x, actually, is it? 4x, 5x? That's not bad, man. Anybody caught that move? Congratulations. I caught part of it. APLY, this is for the second income stream. This is the option income ETF based on Apple. We got a swing trade going in Apple. Let's see. I'm just kind of going through. ARR, Armor Residential REIT. This thing pays a monthly dividend. It's trading below its 200-day. It definitely looks better than AG&C right now. Might actually pick up a little bit of this. 30% should be 30. Maybe check it. Maybe it's 45% margin. I don't know. Let's see. I like AAR. Residential REIT, what they call a mortgage-backed security. MBS, that's what took us down in 2008. BABA, BABA. If you're in Discord with us, I posted this in Trade Ideas that BABA was setting up. We could have a run up to the 130, maybe pushes into 137. Stop loss down here, a little under 110. I'd probably put a stop on half the position and then put another stop down here at about 107. I do a 2-tiered stop on this just to give it room to whiplash a little. Nice. Bitto, stage 2 breakout underway, baby. Time to get paid. Bristol, motherfucking Myers. Bristol Myers has got some serious, what was support will now be resistance. But here's the beautiful thing. It's right at the 200. Tells me it's going to happen because it needs to go back there and it needs to go to support. So, and the MACD histogram right here, the little blue thing, right? The histogram has ticked up. We don't have a curl yet. We don't have a curl. We don't have a curl when it comes to the TSI yet. So keep that in mind. Nike just says an RDTL for the 2 times Reddit. Yep. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Some of you may or may not be allowed to trade those, depending on type of accounts, what brokers you're at. Maybe try to find a workaround if you can. Always try to find more than one way to skin the proverbial cat. If you see a setup like in Baba, first thing I ask, can I day trade it? Can I swing trade it? Am I position trading it? Is it in my buy and hold? Is it part of the SIS program? Sometimes it might be check, check, check. You know, XY, what is it? XYZ, whatever that fuck that one's called now. For block, you know, that one's kind of set up. Bristol Myers, I like Bristol Myers. It's undervalued. Fair value is $66. If you were a patient person picking up some of these pharmaceuticals, picking up some of these packaged good stocks, this is just not a bad idea. Matter of fact, it's probably just a damn good idea. And that's when you buy them, when they suck, when you don't want to, when it feels stupid. That's when you should be buying them. I like Bristol Myers there. Bohr. Man, a lot of people talking smack about Bohr, only to watch it run and go from $1.60 all the way to $2.40, my friend. If you'd have bought it down there and rode it to there, you love this stock. The only people complaining about Bohr are the people that bought it higher. Say that again. The only people complaining about Bohr are the people that bought it higher. Let's see. Cart, Maple Bear, Cart setting up nice here. This is an easy run. Easy stage 1 box right here. Come on. This doesn't get much easier. RSI is way off yet. We got a nice little support here at the 200-day. Got an easy target at 47. We got another one up here where there's a doji on the previous high right there. Look at that. Bam. In the house. Got the doji in the house. We got the curl on the True Strength Index, and the histogram is ticking up. Man, we got everything working on that one. I got my buddy Anthony looking out the door. Let's see. Jess says she added to cart on Monday. Let's see. Right here, this is page 36 of the Peters Report. The Peters Report, put out Sunday night on the 21st. Stage 3, distribution. These are the stocks that I'm looking to trim. These are the stocks that I'm looking to raise capital from. I want to scan all of these stocks against. Woo! Doggy, I caught this short in NVIDIA. I want to scan all of this against true value. And if they're fair value or overvalued, I'm looking to trim them, especially if they're overvalued. We got the breakouts. We got the growth stocks we're looking at, which is Kava, Chipotle's, CMG. We got the Uber, the Lyft, the Reddit, SoFi, and Cart. These are my favorite ones right now. Man. Let me check out this. Sorry, I'm day trading here. Let me view tab. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Caught this short, baby. Boom. And I would expect if this breaks through the, this mofo is going down to the previous low, man. Which is going to be right around in this area where it kind of opened up. The 154 mark, man. That's where it looks like it would go. Man, that short really helped me too. So I made about $60 on the short, so put me back in the game. Just as we got paid dividends last night. Yeah, I only got like 1 or 2 that I saw. All right, back in the stock charts. Coino. All right, there's Cart. I like Cart. I like Monet. Oh. All right, new drink. 1 part Alizé. Let's see. Caterpillar. Man, we talked about this one. Back over here when we had the Trump freak out, I talked about this one. Easy layup. Trading below the 200. Look at this yellow line. Anytime it does that, and it's a blue chip paying a dividend, and it gets undervalued. That's called chaos to cash. That's called the bread and butter strategy. And I wasn't even showing it, was I? Here's Caterpillar, baby. It came all the way down. And the yellow line, you can barely see it, is right up here. Let's see. Sorry about that. Come on, man. So we talked about individuals must develop high-income skills such as advertising, marketing, writing, digiting, coding, copywriting, consulting, and sales. Master high-income skills not only to allow for greater earning potentials, but also to open doors to building multiple streams of income. Relying on a single source of income, particularly one that demands your time and presence, puts you at financial risk. This is why we created the second income stream. If you're not in that with us, man, what is wrong with you? If you're not in it, send me a text message, 936-661-7786. Be happy to help you get started. Send you a link, show you what's up, man. Click that QR code too if you want to do some swing trading. So Caterpillar ran. This was an easy play. I wish I'd have said I got in it, but I did find it for people, put it in the chart pack, and mark it up for you, okay? Can't do much else other than come to your house and trade the damn thing. Let's keep going. Kava. Woo! Look at Kava. We're buying this right now. So let's pull this up. I would buy this right now. I'm going to clear that. No, let's don't clear it just yet. Let's borrow some of these arrows. Boom. Okay. Right there. We can take it. Let's take this one down. Take this one down. We can run it all the way across. That's cool. Take it over here. We got our anchor point. See, once you set all this up, all you got to do is just kind of move it on down every time. All right, I'm back on the long side on NVIDIA here. And we got our curl. Right there is what we wanted to see on the TSI, created by William Blue in like 1986, I believe. MACD histogram created by Charles Happel, worked for a small firm, never actually really made money off of it. I don't know if you knew that. Worked for a small hedge fund. He gave it to the world. What you give away, you get to keep, by the way. What you'll do for free will pay you the most money, unless you quit. Boom. Unless you quit. I'm going to quit, Jared. Kava's breaking out. I would make a move here on Kava if I was in that kind of game. Let's see. Second income stream can help you with this. That'll create another well for you. If you've read my book, you don't have to die broke. Trying to connect all this stuff for everybody. Creating additional streams, whether through freelancing, side businesses, royalties, or investments, reduces dependency on any one income source and paves the way toward financial independence. You have to get where if you have a side hustle or another thing going, you do not use that money, man. That money goes strictly to fucking investing. What a lot of people do is they're using that to live. They never actually get ahead. It's called the abyss of money. If you've read my ebook, How to Be 10 Foot Tall and Bulletproof. However, earning more is only half the battle. Let's check in on our day trade here. I'm currently in this. I'm up $5,600 today across the board. That's not bad. However, earning more is only half the battle. True wealth creation happens when earned income is systematically invested in assets that generate passive income. Stocks, real estate, and digital properties like websites, e-commerce stores, and online courses are powerful vehicles for compounding wealth. That's probably why I do them. check this out. We have a nice doji right here. A 1 minute anchor. Boom, right there, doji, baby. Right. So right in here would be our stop loss. That's the anchor point. There's our trigger. Price on the fourth bar gets above the 5-period exponential moving average. So we have an anchor. We have a doji anchor right at the fucking 200. And I got my fourth bar, breaks above the thing. I got the TSI cross it, the MACD. Everything is in play. Plenty of room on the RSI. Let's go for a good trade here. Should play out. Should work nicely. Let's see. If you need help building your second income stream, send me a text message, man, and I will help you. Gladly help you. See how we're doing day trading. I'm up a little over $100 day trading today. It's pretty good. I like to do this inside of my second income stream account. Think about that. What makes that nice is every dollar that I make can buy me $3 or $4 of CLM, CRF, GOF, YYY, these kind of things. Let's see. Boom. We're running, probably run up to the 156. Maybe we get lucky. It runs even higher. Kava, baby. I better start writing some of these down before I forget. I like the ARR. Definitely like Kava here. And I'm proud to be an American. CE. I know some people were in that. Chef's Warehouse. Man, I should have jumped on back down here in the 51 range. We'll just kind of keep it an eye. Might break out and run. Maybe it goes higher. CLSK, Clean Spark. It's pushing up against highs. Looks a lot like the Bitcoin chart with this giant ass range that we're stuck trading in. What's up, baby? Sorry, I was a buddy of mine. Clorox is just diving. We got a 177 fair value way up here. Straight down stage 4 decline. Look at this. Man, it's coming down in this 110 range. Look at that. 110. It stopped here and here. Watch. I bet it stops there. Keep an eye on that. Let's write that down. I'm going to go ahead and write this down. That I'm looking for price to stop in the 110 support area. There we go, man. Now, that's pretty big letters. Oh, man, I'm not even sharing the tab. I'm sorry. Eventually, I'll get help. Someone that'll help me. Looking for price to stop in this 110 area. So around here, and around up in here. Let's see. If you're out in Texas, I should be coming to Texas here pretty soon. Was going to do Kava Trade of the Week, but we did that already. No thoughts about it. I've been writing online for free for 3 years. I wouldn't say you write free now. I use Chef's Warehouse for my restaurants, Michael says. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope things are going good for you in the restaurants. Let's see. Chaos to Cash is on purpose. Let's keep playing this down. Comcast, I know it's a boring one to a lot of you guys. It's got a $49 fair value. There's a lot left in this stock. Even though it's old technology, people I'm saying people like you guys are weirdos or something. It's got a $49. They have millions of people, millions of subscribers, and you know, they're going to stay in business. There's going to be people for a long time still doing this type of thing, man. I own it. Bought it a lot lower. Expect it to move higher and get up into the 42 range. Could be a B&B target, though. You catch a $3 run there without risking a lot. CMG, it's kind of broke out. Coin is past all-time highs. This was a lesson that I wanted to show you. I'm back in on the video, full play here. Have been for just a minute. Notice this went to an all-time high. But if you go look at Coinel's way down here. Why? Because the 3x leverage, or 2x leverage throws it off, okay, over time. Go, if you don't understand what that looks like, go check it out. Here it is, Coinel. Here's Coinel trading at 50, and look up here. Previous highs way up here, because these big down moves on these leveraged funds, when they go up or down, really pushes them, really plays with the math, is really what's up. ConocoPhillips hit the target, turn back. Look at this. When you get a doji on a blue chip stock, you guys, I mean, seriously, listen to what I'm about to tell you. I'm working on some shit on this right now. Boom, doji right at the bottom, okay? Boom, got more. We want to look for these, okay? We want to look for these. There's another one. You don't want to freak out about them, but you want to look for them. They're very, very powerful. Very powerful. So learn about dojis, learn about double box dojis, learn about dojis in relation to the relative strength index, the RSI. We want to catch those dojis at extreme points, well, according to the RSI. Man, Campbell's, don't step in here. Let CPB keep falling. This is a fucking falling knife, literally. It is now picking up steam to the downside. It is at the absolute low. Everything is pointing down. Histogram, TSI. This fucking stock is going lower. CRF, Cornerstone Total Return. I'm looking at buying a little CLM today. CRM, Salesforce, is a new stage 2 breakout, trading underneath the 200-day moving average by about $30. I look for this thing to move. Could easily run up to the 355 range. Could play it as a blue chip for the B&B trade as well. Let's see. Chris, CRSP. This was one of our speculation plays. If you got in, congratulations. It's had a nice little move. Cube. Cube is like public storage. These guys, Cube is a self-storage place based all over America. Once the dividend yield got over 5% and price was trading underneath the 200-day moving average and came way down here, we got to get on it. We got to buy some and ride it. People will always pay for storage. Carvana, we tried to take this as trades, kind of working against us. That's okay. We can wait and see what's up. I'm still in this day trade over here. It's struggling to hold on to the 155.20 range. We'll see if this holds. All right, Carvana trade. Maybe it just doesn't have room. CVS Pharmacy. Come on, man. Just when we gave up on the pharmacies, CVS Pharmacy is off to the races. Probably you'll blow past the 70 and go to $7,000. Who knows? I don't know. But it does look good. Chevron, CVX, same thing. Blue chip stock. Doji at the bottom on support where it stopped before on an extreme RSI. I mean, it just doesn't fucking line up any better. And It's 10%, 15% below the 200-day moving average and trading below value. No brainer, man. Easy trades. Easy. Should actually be embarrassed and return some of the money probably. Let's see. Dominion Energy, $52 fair value, now trading below value. Was it really? Oh, back here. Yeah. That wasn't very long. Oh, what do we got here? Delta. Here's the problem with Delta Airlines. It's trading at $48. Morningstar says it's worth 40. Means it's trading 20% over value. That's hard to get your mind around. Don't you think? Let's see. Trying to find where I was. I lost my spot. My notes here. In this ever evolving economy,
What do you mean? And he goes, hey, let me get a book for you. And he went and got me a book, and he gives me this book, and he says, read this book. So we go on about our day drinking beer. Everybody goes to bed. I read the entire fucking book that night. That's called taking massive action, one of the 10 pillars of success. So I read the book. And in the book, this guy was a school teacher. My friend had been in this guy's class, and this guy had been a school teacher for 30 years. He purchased 50 houses and was a bazillionaire, right, back then. And I couldn't believe it. I said, this guy's a school teacher and he did this? So I left. Next day, I gave him the book and I said, I read the whole book. I think I'm going to do this. He laughed and said, you're the very first person I've ever given a book to who read it. Now, here I am in your life offering you a free book. This book, if you read it and do exactly what I say, with 100% certainty, you will become a millionaire. The problem is you won't fucking do it because you're following gurus and looking for a quick fix instead of working 8 days a week and doing what the fuck you need to do. There is no fix quick. It's this. So I take this $15,000 that I busted my ass saving, and I guess what I do? I go and buy a house. Now the house, it was actually 2 houses. I got lucky. It was 2 houses, side by side. 2 houses. They wanted $75,000, again, over 20 years ago. These houses were in awful shape, terrible shape, both being rented for $400 a month. I take this, what do I need? I need 20% down. 20% is what? Of 75, let's basically $15,000 if you round up, right? So now how much money do I have? None. I'm broke. Most of you are sitting on money right now because you're too fucking scared to invest it. You're scared.
Calm down. Man, this guy needs to calm the fuck down. All right, I'd be trimming Coinal here. I'm going to be taking some more off the table here shortly. Man, that guy was getting a little out there. It's hard for me to pay $48 a share for Delta, so I'm just going to let it pass. Let's see. Sent you over some, let's see. Just says close CVNX rolled a Kava. It's not a bad move. G2G got an appointment. I sent you some testimonials just by text. If you could check those out, appreciate it. Uncle G, will BTC drop here? No, man, we got a breakout going. I don't think you're going to have a drop anytime soon. So I don't like Delta here. Dollar General. We were buying down here in the 70s, 75. A lot of people didn't like it. Guys, I'm going to buy these stocks when people Yeah, me too, man. Getting ready to go back to Texas. The take back my dab. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it dropping, man. We're on a breakout. Let me check something here. Yeah, why? I don't know why you'd think it was going to go down. To me, everything's pointing up, man. Look at this. Look at that TSI. That's a bullish crossover. Look at the MACD. It's bullish. You got to learn these indicators. Okay? You got to learn these indicators. Indicators say that Bitcoin is going higher. Let's see. We already went through Campbell's, CVS. I'm going to flip through some of these pretty fast. And then we'll get out of here, man. Dollar General's been a big score, big win for us. Took time. It's all right. Congratulations, everyone that stayed with the trade. A lot of people bitched about that one. I don't understand it. DLR, this was one that I had on my list to check the true value. I've owned this for a long time, but right in here when it came below the 200, that's your move, man. So what do we got? AR, we got Kava. In this new evolving economy, attention and influence have become new currencies of power. Traditional gatekeepers of wealth and opportunity are being replaced by creators and entrepreneurs who know how to capture and hold attention. Building a strong personal brand by consistently showcasing your knowledge, skills, and value online creates opportunities to monetize your expertise in ways that were never, ever possible in the past. Whether it's through coaching, product sales, affiliate marketing, or digital courses, loyal audience can become one of your most valuable assets. Influence provides leverage. It amplifies your efforts and gives you the power to create income streams at scale, as does real estate, as does dividend stocks, as does our second income stream. Yeah, been pretty much a disaster for Donut. I'm still in it. Let's see. Dow Jones. We're not going to go through all of these. Maybe I'll come back on tonight and we'll run the other way from the bottom. We'll go from the bottom up tonight. Bottom up, baby. We'll go from the bottom up. And maybe that'll help us. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a piece of this ARR and picking up some Kava for sure. I'd like to get in some BABA as a swing trade possibly, or BABO in the income plays. Apple, I still like Apple here.
Goolsby joins us now exclusively here on CNBC. Austin, you heard the data, and I don't need you to comment on the details of the data, unless, of course, you want to. But everything looks like it's doing a little better. You know, the desert island indicator, jobless claims, it just really fails to go up, and maybe it's green going to yellow, but it's just barely so. What's your take on this data?
I mean, I thought two things. One, I gotta get Rick over to the bank and take him to lunch. We're both here. It's been a while since I've seen him.
You still owe me lunch.
Look,
Joe,
the thing about
later,
the
okay?
job market. Yeah, the thing about the job market, Steve, is look. We really got to go back into this. The money you owe me and the meals you owe me, but now you can't pay me because the ethics rules forbid it. But one of these days, Joe, I'm getting over there.
I would like to go with you now with the new Austin. I would. I love you now. I don't know what happened. Someone dropped you on your head or something.
So look, here's the thing about the data. On the job market, it feels to me like we get continuous months that emphasize we're a pretty steady, stable, full employment kind of circumstance. Middle of last year, when things were getting worse, cooling at a steady pace, you could make the argument that most of the time when the unemployment rate rises, let's say 1 full percentage point over a year, that's usually an indicator of something of the business cycle, and it's going to get worse. But what we've seen in the last year is stable full employment. And nothing has changed with the UI claims or with the broader measures of the job market, in my mind, that have bumped me off that view.
Low bubble, low bubble, low bubble, low bubble, low bubble. This is not financial advice, silly.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency of value, we call them poor. We call them poor.